belong to a huge family of special people. Get to walk past that other people don't walk, and your opportunity is now. We belong to the warrior race. People talk about warriors, but we're it, gentlemen.
There's no doubt that this Tri-Nations tournament for Great Britain is the toughest challenge, I think, in world professional sport. I think, 5 test matches against the best 2 other teams in the world at your particular discipline, if you like, it is a tough ask. Succeeding in this tournament would be a massive achievement and a very, very big challenge.
The Tri-Nations Series is Rugby League's most daunting, demanding and prestigious tournament. Over a 6-week period, Australia, New Zealand and Great Britain play each other twice, with the top 2 meeting in a winner-takes-all final. World champions Australia had never lost a Tri-Nations Series. Great Britain were attempting to win their first under the stewardship of Bradford Bulls championship-winning coach Brian Noble. This is the behind-the-scenes story of a team who would experience both victory and defeat in what became the toughest ever examination of their skill, desire and character. It is an unflinching portrait of the bravest of sportsmen trying to find a way to win.
Position to be in, and really feeling a bit down on themselves, but the reality of the game was we didn't execute or do what we wanted to do. We didn't build enough pressure, and we didn't deserve to win the game, and the quality of our skill wasn't up to it in the kicking game. That's the game out of the way. This last month's been a fucking dream ticket for me. End of a long and hard season you've all put in, everybody one of you. I'm extremely proud of the way everybody's put in, you should be proud of each other.
Just days after the end of the Rugby League season, Great Britain's elite professionals are in Spain, beginning their build-up to the Tri-Nations tournament. Their first game against New Zealand is just 10 days away.
Jamie, you're still looking at the lips his head on his chin. You're still looking at the target area between the there. Drop from there and don't look. You can move either way on you and go either way on you. So your eyes, so your legs, look through the middle, your lead leg and your lead shoulder.
Star centre Keith Senior is a fitness concern for head coach Brian Noble as he seeks to gel his 24-man squad in quick time.
Gilly, finish it, yes Gilly. That's a goal, well done.
The 4-day Spanish camp is a vital part of the preparations.
Well, it gives us the opportunity to do some
quality skill work, rest and recuperation for the blokes that have beaten each other up in the grand final and the previous playoff rounds. So it's as much about recovering them as well as preparation. It's a great facility, and the weather's been great as well.
If there's silence in Dummy Half, you're laughing, but if you hear them talking it up, you go left, I'm staying right here, Connor's going, fucking put you off. When you're getting in there and you boys are fucking set it and you know which way one guy's going, it fucking puts the Dummy Half runner off. It's when you're getting up off the ground and you're fucking blowing and there's silence, well then that's when you cause confusion.
It's just that tactile stuff that's doing the front as well. Like if Kez is at first mark, I'm at second mark, and he decides to go right, you can just reinforce his message. Yeah, Kez, I've got you right. He's comfortable then going, and he can push up into this hole.
Good stuff. Get yourselves straight, boys.
Good stuff.
We'll see you back here. Well done.
We're not far off. We need to reinforce some messages as to how we want to play. The different types of style and football we'll have to play against Australia and New Zealand, and we'll lay some basic principles, patterns of play for ourselves.
This part of the field shape is very important to us. On kick pressure, it will come from marker and it'll come from the bloke on the inside to the front, still shaping up. We can't clock off in our line until the ball's gone. Any kick near the line, we're saying, we talked about last year, we put our foot on it, defend 6 more as we had to do, rather than let the ball through on our line, didn't we? Yeah. Didn't we? Yeah.
The gymnasium, even in Spain, is a second home to a rugby league player. Strength and power are a prerequisite. The atmosphere is heavy with sweat and testosterone. Despite coming together just once a year for this competition, the squad know one another well after a 35-game Super League season, and the spirit is good. The trip, however, is not just about defensive drills and weight sessions. The players will bond here, with each other and with the management team. No one is excused and precious little respect shown.
Nice one, Stanley. Stand, win one. Stand, win.
On the field, these are men who deliver great skills at high speed, executing with precision. Whatever the situation, they stand together. Put them in a go-kart, however, and it's every man for himself, especially if that man is Brian Carney. Carney is one of the most exciting wingers in the sport. He is every bit as unpredictable on a racetrack.
people on the pad, just won't carry through. It's falling station.
Great Britain's base in the UK is Manchester. For the coaching team, with the first game now just 3 days away, every second on the training ground is precious.
Well, there's no doubt the more weeks we have together and the more games that we have together, the better we become. And we probably don't realise our potential till probably near the end of the tournament, you know, in respect of teamwork. And my job's really, and the coach's job, is to create the right environment so that we can get better quickly. Get over the hurts of the season in respect of, you know, the players that are involved in the squad, and then find a simple system. You can't be too complex. A simple system that they can work to very, very quickly.
So it's like one-on-one down the short side, then like 5 on
4. 5 on 4. It'll be. In theory, you'll have 4. So you'll line one in from the wing, but you're going to get a lot of push from this centre here if they come open.
See if you're defending one from the scrum, you're still thinking first man then, aren't you?
Yeah. And then as soon as you pass it, you're going, everybody's going.
The job of coaching the Great Britain Lions is a part-time position. Noble is also head coach at the Bradford Bulls, and he, like his players, must get up to speed quickly.
Mentally, you change hats. Last week I was the Bulls coach. This week I'm doing the national side, and it's blending those different systems, as we spoke about earlier, together, and making sure you do get the right pitch, because what you're doing is playing the best 2 other teams in the world, some fine athletes from New Zealand and Australia who can be breathtakingly good. So, you know, your expectancy still has to be high. Your expectancy is to win. So I don't buy into the belief that sometimes our team can't win it. I think that's rubbish. I think because if you look at the makeup of our team, even you take the Bradford team out of the equation, you know, we've had Leeds players that have won trophies. They've won. They know the experience of winning. You know, there are Wigan players, Brian Carney there, who's won several trophies right throughout his career. Martin Gleeson was at St Helens. The St Helens boys, you know, the Warrington boys have had elements of success this year, and they've won. And you have to reinforce that belief that if we practice properly and if we prepare properly, then we've got a good chance of getting a result. And that's probably my reflection of 5 years of head coaching, is that generally performance is a direct reflection of how you're feeling, your confidence. But it's confidence. You know, if you practice well on the Monday and Tuesday and you can take that into the game through Wednesday and Thursday, then confidence, that's how you breed confidence, and confidence is massive in any sport.
The squad introduces a vicious fine system to deal with breaches of their code of conduct. The team doctor Chris Brooks is an uncomfortable early victim. Not surprisingly, transgressions are rare. Carney, the only Irishman in the 24, is vice-captain. He is also entertainer-in-chief and thrives in the squad environment.
I like to be around all the lads. You know, that's one of the best things about rugby league, is the people you meet and the fun you have together. And this camera work that you're doing, this piece, it will give an insight. But there's some things, or some times where it probably can't get across, like how good the relationship is between all the players, and how much, you know, probably they enjoy each other's company. It'll go a long way towards showing that. But there is something special when you play team sports about you know, you get together well during the week, and then certain things happen in games. You do things with each other in games, and that sort of cements friendships sometimes. See, it's a strange sort of like team sports and sport as a profession. People don't realise that you're thinking about the game all the time. Even when you're relaxing, you know, it's in the back of your mind, and you do get nervous, you know, and sometimes players will tell you when they go to bed, like on a Tuesday sometimes, and just something about the game the week before the game, you know, the coming game, it'll be on their minds, you know, and you can't ever totally forget about it. What you do need to do is unwind. And I think, like 24, you know,
fellas aged between probably 19 and 32 are going to have some fun, you know, and it's important that they do. But I guess it's important as well that the young fellas have that fun, but also don't lose focus. You know, it's not a holiday camp.
In the UK, Rugby League is still thought of as a northern game, but the governing body is determined to bring it to a wider audience. With that in mind, Great Britain's opening Tri-Nations fixture is in London.
I think everyone's pretty quiet before a game. You're tense, you're anxious, you're nervous. Some guys like to have a laugh and a joke and try and relax, and some are pretty serious and don't speak, so just leave everyone to do whatever they do that does the best.
Probably the staff get a bit more worried than the players do. The players are used to all of this. They just take it in their stride. The greatest day of their life for some of these guys, and I think all of the guys are looking forward to playing, representing your country. You couldn't ask for more, could you really?
Just had a team meeting now and everybody's, you know, real buzzing, exciting, you know, you can see it in their faces, and, you know, everybody's ready to go now.
Do you enjoy it, Brian?
No. I enjoy it. Afterwards, I enjoy reviewing it, I enjoy getting ready, but to say, you're out there and you're really genuinely trying to think, you and yourself, your coach is thinking for 17 people, and you're looking at the line, you're concentrating too hard really to enjoy it. I mean, that doesn't mean to say I don't like the game, I do, I love the game, I'm passionate, I love to, probably 2 or 3 days down the track, I watch it as a fan then, just sit down, turn it on and think, oh, that was a great game, maybe even listen to the commentary, we'll get it wrong half the time, but you sit there and you enjoy it then.
Lovely knees, sexy knees.
Game days is, why is he out of the line there? Why is he not pushed on that bloke, supported him when we asked him to support that bloke? So all these things are whizzing through your mind, and if I leave him out there too long, he's going to get burnt. Look at him, look at him, look at him, and these messages are going back and forth. So you make it, you know, the secret is you make every tackle. Being an ex-player, you jump, my poor assistant's got bruised arms all over the place and a bruised body because you make every tackle and make every carry or great carry, and so it was probably sweeping statement to say I don't enjoy it. I'm concentrating too much to enjoy it.
I'm not sure the last time I enjoyed the build-up to a game, or probably even in the game too much, because your enjoyment comes after the final whistle, and that period of time after the final whistle, well, there's nothing can touch you, especially when you've won. You know, that Saturday night, that Sunday, until you come into work on the Monday and you got to prepare for the next game. But those couple of days after the game make it all worthwhile.
You're called brilliant. It's you won the toss. What do you want to do? You kick off? Yeah. Which way do you want to go? We'll run that way. Was that towards the screen? No idea where the screen is. We'll go that way. The screen's that way. So you're going away from the screen then, yeah. Okay. So you're kicking off, going towards the screen. Towards the screen, going that way. Yeah. Good luck. Cheers. Cheers. Bye.
Get a really good start, eh? Let's get a really good start. Let's build a fucking game for ourselves. Build some sets here. In defence as well. Fucking great kick chases. 9 minutes, guys. 8 minutes. Build some down there. It's easy to fucking play when you're on the front. It's what we're going to do tonight when the fucking times are tough. That's when you fucking dig in. That is it's only us on the fucking field that can solve it. Okay? We've got a match then, right? They'll fucking drop off. But it's what we do when they get a bit of ascendancy, because it'll fucking happen. We know we can play when we get the ascendancy. It's what we do when things are not going our way. You fucking dig deep, boys. You dig deep and you play smart.
New Zealand has already played Australia twice, winning the first game in Sydney and then losing a week later in Auckland. Paul Deacon's penalty gives Great Britain a 2-point lead. It will be a short-lived advantage.
It's opened up the web, and Brett Webber touchdown for the New Zealanders. Oh, that was easy. That was very easy indeed. Motutoni the dummy half, and they come this way. Oh, they're in again with the winger, Fatubai. And New Zealand, 2 tries in the opening 6 minutes.
The Kiwis are picking out that Martin Gleeson and Brian Carney, they're very unsteady.
High kick from Stacey Jones, and this is danger all over it. I was going to say Carney deals with it, and nobody wants to touch it down. They look for Stacey Jones and find him. There goes the high kick, and this is one for the winger, but Carney has dropped it again. Well, Great Britain's vice-captain, Brian Carney, has been tested twice in the air, and twice he has fluffed it. And that's Tupi. And back it comes to Stacey Jones, who'll put it to the air wide. Oh, and they've got the ball with ease, the winger, Webster.
Noble's greatest concern is that his squad hasn't had enough time together. His fears are being realised by a confident and match-hardened opposition.
As a coach, you prepare for every scenario if you can. You prepare for the opposition getting a good start. You know, you don't want them to get a good start. You want actually the reverse. When you haven't played together, you want a nice, simple, uncomplicated start. We didn't manage to do that. We made far too many errors, invited New Zealand to our own half, and world-class players. It tests are just that. They test you every facet of concentration, every facet of attitude, every facet of physicality. And when you're not quite up to speed there, as we weren't, all of a sudden you're looking at a 20-2 scoreline after 18, 19, 20 minutes, and you're thinking, we've got a bit of work to do here.
Great Britain know they have to score a try.
Oh, Johnson makes the break. Johnson to the corner, and Paul Johnson for Great Britain. Well, that will give the British Lions a bit of hope. That will give the coaching team a bit of hope.
The most acute nuisance the British hopes is a man on the verge of retiring, Kiwi General Stacey Jones.
Here is Stacey Jones though attacking, and he gets the ball away, and here is Webb, and they're in again, the Kiwis. Webb with the try, second try for Brett Webb.
With Great Britain trailing by 16 points, Noble is under pressure, but he will resist the temptation to throw the teacups at half-time.
I think the shouting and screaming is a little bit overrated in sport. You know, I think you've got to give some messages to people that they can hang their hat on, you know, they can respond to. And you don't have to be a madman to be a bad man. You can make your personal imprint upon each player as you go. Bearing in mind, they're not my players week in, week out. It's a new environment, they're new people. They might think there's a psychopath going off on them. You know, if you just start kicking the boxes and throwing pots and pans, there are times and occasions for those kind of things, but you've got to have a great deal of familiarity with the people when you do that, and there's an element of acting in there as well when you do that. You've got to give them the information, and you've got to go about putting what's gone wrong right. And you only have 10-15 minutes max to do that. So once you've blown your lid and you're sweating and bawling there, you probably only got them 3 minutes to put it right. So you have to give them collective information, maybe 2 things, maybe 3 things that's going to help them improve their situation.
Lift your heads for starters. Lift your heads. It's all about last plays. Kicks have not been as good as we wanted to be, or practice them. forced plays, and then double whammy in the forced play with a penalty, which gives, they haven't had to work out of their half once, maybe one set in the whole half. One set in the whole half. Hey, they're a damn sight easier at their end of the field to defend against than that halves, aren't they? Hey, aren't they? We've had no field position. That's why. That's what happens when we're not prepared to be patient. We've got to be patient for 20 sets this half, and I guarantee it, you'll knock 4 scores off on them. Because on their own line, they were shitting themselves, they're panicking. The captain said they're not that good on their own line, but we've not been that good to make them under pressure. That's all. You'll help yourselves by locking on. Put 3 in the tackle, they're doing it. Lock on, lie on the ground, squeeze the ball. To do that, you've got to get your heads in. You get your heads in, it's easier, and the back one feels off. Well, it'll help you go to where you need it. Okay?
Do you know what? I think if you ask any rugby player, union or league, or any footballer, soccer player, how many half-time speeches they can remember, in a game of 400 or 500, there'll be very few. So the message that you give there and then have to be concise, have to be small and clear. You need to do this to help us fix this up, and that's the simple message you have to give people.
We should be going forward and going, boom! Thanks to you, Paul. That's concentration we talked about. It tests your every level. You know what we're going to do this second half? We're going to fix these things. How? Simple. Let's have a get out of our own half mentality. We have to be patient. It's us that has to be patient and not score a fucking try on every set like we're trying to do. It's okay to get tackled with the ball in their half of the field and hand it over. We're all clear on that. This is our test. We're new. That's all. We're new. We've had our first half and it was rusty. And we've got to squeak it. We've got to squeak it and turn the pressure up on ourselves. And back yourselves to take them on in their half. This second half, knock each set off. One by one, establish your field position, be prepared to kick the ball. It's okay. How comfortable did you feel at their end of the field? Those try scoring players come in with it. They won't keep you out for 2 sets. I promise you. Back-to-back sets have killed this team. Quality of our skill in order. A little bit more push from the inside on their defensive kicks, okay?
Get rid of the lift here, yeah? Get rid of the ball in the second half. Let's match up with here. Hey, we've been here loads of times with Great Britain, that we're behind, we come from behind to win. You all have a club level, you know what it takes. Now go out and do it in this second half.
To have any chance, Great Britain needs an emphatic start to the second half, and gets it.
Sinfield comes left and finds teammate Walker, who finds Senior. The Leeds combination. He's got the ball on the body, I think.
I think he's got it down.
Or has he got the ball down first off?
I think he's scored. I think Senior has lunged out, and what a time to come up with it. Beautiful offload there from Walker, his Leeds teammate, and this is where you'll see it scored. There.
Here comes Fielden, and he's through Guttenbeil, and he's through Tubik, but he wasn't through Brent Webb. That's the last tackle. It was a great run from the big prop forward. And here now is Kieran Cunningham. It's a try for Paul Johnson. The second try for Johnson. Suddenly Great Britain are on a roll.
Briefly, it appears that Noble's side will overrun a tiring opponent. Briefly.
They're camped on the British line. Here is Webb. Infield it goes to Jones. The ball to Guttenbeil. Great support. Great support and Clinton Tubik with the try for the Kiwis. Here is Fielden. Good strong run. They're trying to slow Great Britain down to play the ball. Cunningham again. Flicks the pass. Johnson! A hat-trick for Paul Johnson!
The home side are again within 4 points, but their vice-captain is still struggling.
Oh, Carney's thrown the ball out the back and given him a repeat set. Brian Carney is not having his best night.
Sometimes you're there to be shot at, and you've just got to accept that. I guess if I was a young fella coming in from my first game and I had a shocker, it'd probably been, you know, dead and buried, the news after the Monday, but it just seems to continue on, and good. That's some people's, you know, idea of you know, reporting and journalism, and good on them if that's what they want to do. But I guess it does put a bit more pressure. You know, you're expected to perform, and the older you get, I think the less excuses you can come up with.
He's actually gone off. He has been withdrawn by his coach, Brian Noble, and that's mercy, I think.
It's okay, he's fine. Just a cut in his head.
10 minutes to go. 4 points the difference. Great Britain, New Zealand. Oh, what a hit!
He's lost it as well. That'll be a scrum down.
That's great. Spirit of the line is the motto, Tony. Absolutely flew out of the line and creamed the British player.
And Lee Gilmore is in a bit of trouble.
Where's the doctor? He's stapling his foot. Loose forward! Move in.
Here is Stacey Jones looking for the runners. It's Raheem here! Oh, Raheem here! Kidwell, and he gets it away to Webb. And here is Motu Tony, showed it to Stacey Jones, gave it to Ruben Wiki. Wiki then out wide. Oh, they're in again. That's it. Second try for Clinton Sufi. And that is it. It's all over, Rover, for Brian Noble.
Get better. They needed that run. They were dangerous all the time. So we had to play some footy to get up and win.
You know, even though we've not had a couple of out games, we still should perform better than that at the start. We're not looking for excuses. We're used to having to turn things around in 7 days. We're playing week in, week out in Super League, so it's plenty enough time for us to change things.
Guys, we've got a tough journey back together. And for me, I've been in tighter spots and things like that than this. It's not how you fall, it's how you respond next week. And it's what we do next week. Technically, we're a little bit off the pace. Skill-wise, we're a little bit off the pace, but we haven't played together. That's the challenge for us, getting ready for the JJB next week and hit the ground running. Mentally, we did some poor things that we'll have to have a look at on Monday. Our decision making was poor in relation to test match football and type football. We have to take this on the chin and recognise we can't concede 42 points in a test match and hope to win. We got ourselves in a position to win it, and that's still the quality of our skill at the end of the day. We didn't stay patient enough. But we take this on the chin and we fucking go a leg because we have to do.
I think they looked a bit rusty, made far too many mistakes. unfortunately, on this pitch, if you ill-disciplined, you lose field position, and then they score tries. The Kiwis offloaded a lot, repeat sets. They played very, very well, the Kiwis, and it's going to be very, very difficult now for the Great Britain lads to come back and get to the final, because they got Australia twice and very enthusiastic, confident Kiwi side as well. So it's going to be very, very tough for them.
So it's tough sometimes, but you need to do it as well. It like strengthens you up a bit for like take them big knocks, doesn't it? So yeah, so we enjoy doing it. Well, some of us do.
Most of the forwards like doing weights. It's a big part of being a rugby league player.
Put the definition on them, baby.
Tiny.
Legs tiny. Don't show my face now I've said that. Finish now, finish.
Good work, Fozzie. One more.
Train like Tarzan, play like Jane.
Good work, Fozzie.
You enjoy it? Not this time in the morning usually. But yeah, it's good fun. Especially showing the rookie there, Nick Fozzie, how to get on, He's only a rookie, he's only a young lad.
I think it's hard training every day. It takes a lot out of your body. The other thing about it is that it's not just training every day, there's the physical contact of the game. The guys are ready for action now, but the aching limbs from the weekend, the hard session yesterday, so they need some looking after. That's what we're here to do.
If I do that, it's hold. Alright, so you hold. That means get forward. Alright, so you'll get forward. And I'll go like that and you'll hold. I might say get forward, go that way. Alright, so you'll come forward and get across. You've got to talk, alright? You understand? It's all of my arm actions. If I do that, you get back 10 yards. I'll actually go to about 15, so just stop just in front of me, so you're trying to get forward. Everybody talking, we're just going to do this for 2 minutes, alright? So you'll be blowing at the end of it. Everybody talking, let's shout the house down. Lion! Go back. Let's have more volume. Let's get assertive, alright?
That's going to carry the pad between you, the bag between you blokes. One eye, dominate up first, one eye, one low. Fucking drill to the ground and get in nice and tight. Peel, set up a mark.
Nobles number 2 is Huddersfield head coach John Sharp. Part of his role this week is to sustain player confidence in the face of an unrelenting schedule.
It's a format that makes it tough on us. We play week in and week out, and obviously the challenges are there. We played obviously the Kiwis down in London, which was a tough one anyway, but the Kiwis had 2 games prep on us, which made it a tough one for us. But I thought in the game we saw glimpses of what we can do. Made it difficult for ourselves early on to go 12 points behind early on. Made it a very tough fixture for us anyway, which we knew it was going to be. The Kiwis had 2 hard hit-outs against the Aussies. We were a brand new side, we'd never played together before, but the spells after about 20 minutes and the signs were there that we can play some football.
Yeah, I'm high. Drill to ground. Go down. Get your head in tight, beautiful stuff. Good stuff. And finish up with Mark. Yeah, I got height. Okay, down. Drop them. Let's go. You got him. Stay on. Work. Yeah, I'm going right.
You've got a couple of minutes of water, boys, to do some dynamic, ballistic, incredible.
Dynamic, great word that off the coach. Dynamic. Thought it was fantastic. It wasn't an Aussie word, that was it, Phil?
We've got an intense hour now, boys. We've got to raise the bar. We talked about that. Get it out of the comfort zone.
Have a drink, grab a partner.
I tell you, an Australian word used a lot now with our game is arm wrestling. We never had that in our vocabulary when we were playing. But now arm wrestle, his soldier said that was Australian.
Because it's an English word. So you can't find it for that.
So arm wrestle is English.
You're allowed to say arm wrestle.
Alright.
David, we've put a staff ban on the Australian terms.
I think we're having conversations.
Somebody's got to. What do you think about pork pie? Do you think that's an Australian in American slang for a try?
No. We can.
I've not heard it. He's not heard it. Been in rugby for 50 years and never heard the same.
A big bean pie is like a tissuemen's try.
So I think Nobby has copied Matthew Elliott and Brian Smith.
Well, he may have got
He's watered it down.
I think it's been immigration.
It's an illegal immigrant. A pork pie for
pork
a try.
Pie is a try. Rhyming slang. It's rhyming slang Australia.
Is it? It's London, isn't it? Cockney rhyming
I'm just
slang.
going to say, it just originates from Cockney slang. We don't use it like
But
that.
a pork pie means a lie, doesn't it? In Cockney rhyming slang.
I don't know. My job, you'd need a toilet roll to write everything down on what I had to do. It's quite extensive. I'm the mother and father to all the boys and look after all the small needs and the smalls as well.
Having conceded 42 points and 7 tries at Loftus Road, Noble's principal task ahead of the game with Australia is to ensure a better understanding of the defensive requirements.
Looking a whole lot better there. You need to recognise the threat. If you're not needed there, push somebody out, shuffle on the way back. Recognise the threat, go to him. Recognising where we need it in around the rock. Nice and tight at here, I understand that. B's can be wide as
It is a crash course for everyone concerned.
We're fucking fuckers, for Christ's sake. You fuckers. Right, I'm forcing. Wilco. No.
Push up on defenders, mate.
It's when you defend then. How the fuck defense, Chris? Who you on?
Marcus, go left. Marcus, go
Yeah,
left.
Fuckers and Wilco.
Jeff, work left.
Who you on, Gilly?
Yes, they work left.
Some behind each other, so either.
Oh, you've got Wilco on the lead then.
Yes.
You've got the lead.
Go, Gilly. Get the lead.
We got caught short, not through lack of desire or lack of attitude. I thought that was exemplary at the weekend, but lack of playing together, lack of time together, lack of a decent hit out. I think that's the right expression of an opposition that could put you under pressure, because we didn't have a template before after the weekend, so you don't know. We've not had a hit out. We didn't know about ourselves. We've now got ourselves a template that we can work on, improve and fix and do some of the things that we did really well even better. So we'll kick on from here.
A hit, grapple, take Joe Pagana, one humping, one of the two on the back, so the third man out. The third man goes first, gets ready for the other two to come back to the green cones back there. Hit the shield, heading close, take to ground, finish on the ground. So you blokes are going to fucking go to ground. They're taking you to ground, so come forward and make some impact. Hit you to ground. So as you finish, there's a threesome, back to the second cones, forward again. 3 to the ground, finish back there. You've done your effort then. We then roll around in threes. You've got one effort for the one error. You don't come back on the line, you don't work together, you're not on side. I call it off, and we all do another effort.
Let's go. Work together, guys. Work together.
Yes, Robbie.
Let's go, Vinny. Work, Stuart. Finish it.
Onside. Good technique here, or you'll all go again. Yep. Work together! Look either side and work together! Don't work on your own, finish it! Jamie, you're real close to working on your own there. It's a team concept here. Let's go.
Yeah, get up there, stay on. I'm a control.
Move it.
It was one of our squad.
In 2004, the former Great Britain captain Mike Gregory had been head coach of Super League side Wigan Warriors. Now, as he battles a debilitating illness, ex-teammates join the current squad at a dinner in his honour.
I think it's important that I say a few words in respect of the current group of people. We belong to a huge family of special people. You get to walk past that other people don't walk, and your opportunity is now. And I think you see from the pictures there that Mike's had his opportunity to take them. We belong to the warrior race. People talk about warriors, but we're it, gentlemen. And our time is now, and your opportunity and your challenges are now. In reflection of that, Mike's got some tougher challenges now that'll beat them as well, because I know him. And we now, as a group of people, need to kick on and respect what we represent and what we belong. And that's not only just my friend there, but our family here. So thank you very much.
With Australia looming, the talk is all of Saturday and a rivalry renewed.
Great Britain are capable of beating anybody on the day. We've got great individual players. Everybody's proud to put that shirt on, but it is, we're playing against the world champions. It's not going to be easy. No rugby league game's easy, but I'm quietly confident that we can take something out of this game.
If you let Australia get away from you, or get the game under some kind of control, then it's going to be hard to find your way back in it. So as long as you're scrapping, from the kick-off, then you've always got a chance.
What we've got out there is some leaders, and somebody who's going to, I would say, anyway, grab the game by the scruff of the neck. Don't worry about what Australia are going to do. We've got some good enough players out there to take the game to Australia. Don't worry about what they're going to do. The fact of the matter is, listen lads, it's a must-win for us, and we need to win this, and we need some inspiration. I think the players out there can give us some inspiration. It's up to the coach there to get the best out of the players.
After his first game frustrations, Brian Carney has endured a difficult week.
It was annoying more than anything else. It was annoying in that well, it's one of them ones where I didn't want to speak to anybody probably directly after the game. I struggled even to. My dad had flown over for the game, but I wasn't in the mood to talk to too many people. So journalists are the last people I wanted to talk to. I said I'd speak to them on Monday, and I spoke to them in a press conference on Monday. And you'd like to think that that's it, done and dusted, but of course they trickle headlines all during the week, and then you've got people that are wishing you well, telling you to keep your chin up, and so text messages telling me to keep my chin up and forget about what people are saying. We're coming all during the week, and people mean well, but you just want to try and forget about it, and then after a while it becomes irritating, even the chin up messages.
Right. Good work. Either side.
I've been playing 7 years now. It's at Super League level and 3 years at international level. I know what I can do, and I know that if I have a bad game, I've got the ability, and the wherewithal to rectify that. So I knew myself that I would go out and I can play better and I would play better. It just happens, bad games happen. They'll happen again in the future. It was high profile, and then probably just an indication of sometimes the way journalism goes over here. I mean, we probably just had a little taste of it, but there's sports over in this country. They just have to get that week in, week out. I guess they might. The one thing is they might become immune to it. Yeah. Maybe we're not used to. I wouldn't say vitriolic, because it probably wasn't that harsh. But compared to what we're used to, it was pretty shabby, some of it. Because we call no hopers after a game was when we knew we weren't. I suppose you're only giving them kudos, I guess, by saying it affected you. But you don't know who likes to read that sort of stuff.
Only just recovered from injury, Keith Senior reports sick to the doctor.
The guy plays Saturday, his first game for 2 months, and Sunday he has diarrhoea all day. He then throws up Sunday night, the viewers will like this, he then throws up Sunday night a couple of times, and some more diarrhoea on Monday. And after a loss in the first test match, I think your star centre, one of the best players in the world, saying, "I'm not training today because I've had some diarrhoea," that's a bit of a no-no. So he put it in again, and he's just feeling a bit under the weather here now. He aches all over, and I'm just going to check him over medically, a couple of things. I suspect he's, in spite of all the fluid that we've given him, I suspect just in terms of salts orally, I suspect he's a little bit dehydrated still. So I'm going to give him an anti-inflammatory injection, diluted down with about 100 mils of saline, just to try and replenish some of the salts that he's lost, really, try and make the guy feel a bit better.
Keith, are you confident in the doc?
That's a great question.
That is a great question. Yeah, I've been with the doc a while. He's treated me through thick and thin, and you know the boys have got every confidence in him. With me being the ripe old age that I am, you know, I think I'm fearing it a bit more than I would do, you know, for the rest of the young kids in the squad at the moment.
Keith's looking at me saying, "What's that mad white-haired fellow going to do next?" Bit of a scratch, big fella. Scratch coming now. What are you doing?
When rugby's all you know, you do your best to make sure that you can get out on that field and perform, you know, week in, week out, and you know, especially at this moment, it's international rugby. You know, we're coming up against the best in the world, Australia, at the weekend, and you know, you can't afford to, you know, go into the game, you know, not feeling 100%. What the people at home don't see, you know, the spectators, is, you know, when we get home, how we feel after the game, you know, as we're playing the game, it's building up to the week, and you're feeling refreshed and that, but you know, as soon as that game's finished and the next day, you know, with the injuries and the way how your body feels afterwards, you know, it's like some mornings, you know, it takes me ages to just walk down the stairs, you know, because your body aches that much.
One was being led and one was in Spain.
Oh, let's get him up here! We picked the style of dancing. What style? I just want to remind you, we've got the robot. River dance.
The fine system claims another victim. This time, Hull winger Gareth Rayner is the reluctant performer.
I feel daft now though, it'll go. It's over with now. I won't be late again.
Back on the track, the usual suspects are making mischief.
I'm going to go and see the referee. I think it's a disgrace. I had a bit of a... Well, Brian kind of came across me, tried to take me out, bumped into it, and there you go. What can you do? Bit of road rage there, I think. Bit of road rage.
We got what he deserved, sin bin. No complaints from me, and the captain got sin bin as well.
Standing the referee's the same old world round, isn't it? Rugby league, go-kart, you name it, it's the same. That's my comment.
Yeah, I don't want to drop names, but Richard Horn and Rob Burrows, you know, if they've got full licences, I think the DVLA should definitely think about taking them off them. You know, there's no place in the go-karting for dangerous driving.
St Helens Lee Gilmore is acknowledged as the man to beat, but there is more than a whiff of sabotage in the air.
Brian, tell them what you're going to do. Talk to the camera.
Brian Carney's squad-approved go-slow tactics make Gilmore's task an impossible one, and it's Martin Gleeson who sweeps to victory.
I come around and lapped Brian. He kind of let me pass pretty easy. I knew what he was up to, so then I saw the commotion behind me, so good to get a win.
And Gilmore's night isn't over. From the racetrack, he heads to the hospital with the dog.
On Saturday, Gilly took a bit of a high shot from Motu Tony. He was a bit dazed after that. He's okay clinically when I've examined him, and he's been fine in training when I've observed him. But what we want to do is to do this test, which is a cognitive test, to be sure that Gilly's fit to return to the field of play. So it just adds a bit of weight to my clinical judgment and underpins what we've done clinically, really.
It takes a long time and it's not exactly stimulating, if you know what I mean, so just got to try and concentrate, I think. I made a few mistakes early on, but back end I did alright, so hopefully I'll have passed.
Morning guys, our practice yesterday was pretty good in respect of your attention and your focus. It was really good. We need another one today. This is how they get out of their own half. He's a bit of a freak, this bloke. It's Minicello, but if you're going to let him run out of there, that's his best way. If you're going to kick a box, kick box 3, because when he's coming from the other way, he does the big overs and the left foot step. What it means, our middle chase has to be bang on. He gets to him because he's quick. Bang! See the big left foot step? He's looking for somebody that's lazy on the chase and he'll punch a hole through. Minicello. He's got a good arm.
Just have a look at the quality coming out of this corner compared to the other. See how he had made the left foot step last time and got his nose through the line.
If you're going to get Minicello, get him in that corner because he's not as effective coming out. His right foot does have a bit of a right foot step, but it's nowhere near as dangerous as his left one. That's why I kick chase today, and I practice on kick chase. It's got to be the best we've had. Yeah. Tate, overs carry, bang, step, step, bang, bang, left arm. He's running overs to his right. So he adds a little bit more threat if we kick down there. What we're saying is we've got to muscle up, we've got to get our line shape and push down there together. Because you've been making the plays at the middle of the field. You bigger blokes, you middle blokes, get down there, you'll be making the plays at the middle of the field. Minicello from right on the screen to the middle, looking for a left foot step, jinking and a handoff. Tate from the other side is exactly the opposite. Kennedy, now he's a difference, he's had a bit of a difference to their arsenal. He will hook off lock here. He will show up on both our left and on our right. Strong runner, you've got to get to grips with Kennedy. We're only naming this team internally today. There'll be 19 names go out at lunchtime. I'm going to name 18 now. We're going to name the starting 13 and 5 people who we're going to pick 4 subs from on Thursday. So this is for us, this is to get your heads around the fact we've got 2 terrific practices to have. But again, let's not take away from what we're trying to achieve here. The fullback this week will be Paul Wellens. On the right wing, Brian Carney.
The overriding thing after the first game was I had to sit down with Brian Noble during the following week and convince him, you know, that I was right, you know, that. And he said, listen, he said that I don't doubt your ability as a player, but I have to question your form after that game, and it was a fair comment. So I owed it to Brian Noble, and I owed it to everybody in the team, people that, in my position that I was keeping out of the side, and the people that I was playing with, you know, in the side. And they're the ones that counted, really, you know. People can talk about playing for the fans and trying to give 2 fingers up to the journalists, but honestly, the day I start playing to try and impress journalists, I should hang up my boots.
Iestyn Harris, despite still waiting for the birth of his second child, is named in the side to play Australia after not featuring in the opening game.
Iestyn Harris.
Well, he missed Spain, did Iestyn, and you know, I'm a firm believer in the people out there doing the practices and the preparation deserve the first chance. And Iestyn spoke to me about his imminent birth and I'm a family man in respect of that. They go with their families first. Any personal environment, they need to fix those before they could ever play rugby league properly. So we gave him the week off in Spain to be with his wife, because obviously she's going to give, well, we thought she was going to give birth that week. Still not here, but he's now had a week of practice under his belt, and we had people that went to Spain that had practice under their belt and were chomping at the bit and deserved to be given a crack. And that's your two hats, you know, you treat the different environment differently. Yasin's now had 2 weeks of practice under his belt, and we think he's ready to go.
Number 11, Jamie Peacock.
It's the greatest buzz ever. It's all you want to do when you start playing rugby, and you're watching it as a kid. You watch the Great Britain games and just wish one day you could be part of it, and to realise that dream is something special. Not many people get to do it.
14, Mickey Hyam.
For me, it means everything. It's like I remember when I was a kid playing like for my town, Lee Town. Like people used to say like, what do you want to do in your life? And I used to always say I want to play for Great Britain. That's the first thing I used to say to anybody. So from an early age, I've always wanted to play for my country. So when I get the chance to, I was absolutely delighted. And so there's no bigger honour in this game. So it means the world to me.
Some game plans to give out here. I just want you to do one thing on this game plan. You see here what we do and what they do. You need to read over this before we get to practice. So I want you to grab a pen, and on top of the pen, one of our focuses this week will be, I want you to write on top, big and bold, 95% in exit. Our concentration has to be to get to 95% in exit. Yes.
12 months earlier, in the last meeting of the two sides, Great Britain was beaten by Australia in the Tri-Nations final. The margin of victory was 40 points.
As a professional coach, there was a lot of furore and probably a bit of emotion flying around after the game, saying we'll never get anywhere near them again, but it's not true. You look at it as a professional coach, and we sat with the staff and discussed it at Bath. We had a training camp in Bath, and there were reasons for that. I think if you look at the first two games of this year's Tri-Nations, there's 2 10-minute spells from the Australians when they play, watch out buddy, I don't care who they're playing. You could be playing twice the numbers they're playing. They catch, pass, they snatch, and everything goes for them, and they're great athletes, and they put 3 tries on in the space of 8 minutes in the first test, and 3 tries on in the space of 12 minutes in the second test against New Zealand. So they know that once they get on the front foot and it sticks and they play a bit, they're super. They had one of those halves. The first half last year in the final was one of those things where they could have thrown it anywhere and somebody would have caught it. They could have kicked it anywhere and somebody would have caught it. And you do get those games. Happens in the Super League, those massive splits, and we've clawed it back in the second half with that element of pride we talked about. But you have to concentrate all the time.
Hey, there's a bit of deja vu here. Can you remember when we were chasing the game at Loftus Road, and then it was last plays, popping the ball out? Let's build a bit of pressure on this mob. This mob haven't been forced to play off the line yet, have they? So we're overplaying every play here, aren't we? Just steady down a little bit. Let's go again.
As part of the build-up, Noble's squad tackle an England A side. It is extremely competitive.
Fellas, when you go on, you fucking give them a squeeze. Lock on and get your head in tight, what we've practiced. Jono, get locked on and we're defending. Lock on, Kes. JP, lock on. Tie in. Lock on.
Looking a bit better than last week, Cole.
Definitely.
That lock-on call, Yeah, I thought today's practice was, we've had some intense practices, probably shorter because we understand what they've been through all the year, but intense, and I reckon, because now we've got a template. Now we conceded 42 points and scored 26 points, so we know where we need to improve. We could have scored a lot more points when we look at what we did, but that element of rustiness and timing and those kind of things, and we probably made far too many errors, and defensively, structurally, we weren't quite right. You know, it wasn't desire. We probably missed less tackles than the New Zealanders did, so we know it's not a desire element. But the practice have been very good. The focus of the players and the attitude has been very good, and that all goes well for a good performance. But we understand the challenge ahead, that this is a pretty good team we're playing as well.
I'm so excited about this week rather than last week, and the way you've created opportunities. At that end of the field, I promise you, it's about scoring tries, but it's also about building pressure, back-to-back sets. Build pressure, that's as good as anything for us.
Otherwise we get ourselves in that arm wrestle we don't need to be in. 10 times better than last week, guys. Really good. Let's stretch off properly. Really good.
Yes, please. That's it, Moz. That's it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What you're going to see now is this modern warfare. I can't be doing with it. You don't know what you're fighting these days. Halifax, Hull, that's the combat I had. Hull, when Hull played Hull KR in a local derby, that was as much combat as you could ever have. Or a Widnes and Warrington game, that was real combat at the highest. Off the ball stuff, broken jaws, all the lot.
Great Britain Australia games are one-offs at the best of times and special occasions. There'll be no need to pump them up, if you like. They'll be emotionally ready and they'll be motivated. So very few words, just tactical, little simple technical things that might help us along the way, and an odd word in somebody's ear that they need to do this and that and the other and whatever, but no great Churchillians before the game or anything like that. I think they're ready to play.
And the 3 words I've written here is honesty, being smart, be aggressive, be in their face, be here on them, take no shit from them. That doesn't mean you're not being disciplined. That means you're being aggressive. This is our ground today. Our fans will get behind us. We're taking the game to them. They've got to earn the right to even fucking get a play off us.
And I will talk about playing well rather than winning, because the last thing I want to do is put pressure on the players to win, because it's an added stress for them getting ready for the game. But I know that playing well, generally the winning comes, and the way that we want to play as well. We're not going to become restricted because we're in a stressful environment, if you like, because we're the only team that is not up and running yet in respect of points.
Today, you've got to play for 80 minutes. 80 minutes. And you have to be patient. You have to be prepared to go 95 kick, 95 kick, 95 trip, 95 bang, aggression, force and error, field position for us.
If they sniff upon me that I think, well, God, this is going to happen to you, and I'm a bit twitchy and a bit nervous myself, and I'm not giving them confidence to go out there and play to their potential. Players sniff that on a coach. Players sniff that on the staff. You know, often get the staff in saying we need to perform well today. We need to be positive, enthusiastic. We need to be upbeat. Come on, this is what we can do, and this is how we do it. And you know, and it's an important message that all coaches should take. You know, you can be a reflection of how your team plays. You know, if you're tense and screwed up, then they can see that in you. They can smell it on you. So you've got to be real careful there. So we'll be positive, because I do believe that they can win. You know, and I've spoken to a lot of the players, and they're very ready to play.
It's about making the extra effort from marker, not thinking, which is tough, thinking, I can make 2 tackles and 3 tackles and help my teammates here. And it's about getting down there together in kick chase and dominating those first 2 plays. And you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. I'm really confident today. I've got to sniff those last 2 practices, and I've seen what they've got to offer, and you should be confident too. Feel the energy, guys. Fucking hell, feel it. Let's take it into a performance. It's really good.
Be honest all over the park today and attack on the defence. That's the key, be honest with each other. No, don't come in here with no fucking what ifs. What should have done this, what should have done that. Fucking do it today. Come on, boys. It's about now. It's about fucking right now.
This is certainly no night for faint hearts.
You go left and up those
step there, right up to the very top and then along to the centre line. Brian, Keith, Adrian.
Great Britain concede an early penalty, but for much of the first 20 minutes, they are the better side.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, Adam. Let's go. Come on, Manda.
It is an encouraging start, but pressing for reward, they err. For a second successive week, Great Britain must climb a mountain.
Let's go, Dermot. Take it to him, son.
Away to the defensive centre.
That's a penalty.
Go across one.
Big hit and another big hit. The 214s.
Surely's getting up for that.
Clashing there.
Well, that was like coconut shy.
This is Carney.
Dear me, 5 balls for a bomb. That was ridiculous.
Nicky Hine, great little run. Important ankle tackle that by Barrett. Deacon, Chev Walker, Keith Senior, halted by Lockyer, finished off by 2 more. Amelie was in there, so too was Mark Gasnier. Leon Price at dummy half. The pass drifts into the arms of Hine. That's a poor kick.
That is poor.
Gasnier's the goal-through player! We're going to Gasnier! Keep talking!
Sinfield 10 metres away, Great Britain. Deacon. Here now is the big cross forward. Stuart Fieldham just short of the line. Mickey Hine at dummy half. Back it comes to Iestyn Harris. Harris floats it wide. Gleeson, he has to take the tackle. And does so from Matt Cooper. It's the last one. Chev Walker. Harris. Good ball. To ground, off the legs, flicked hither and thither and keeps it going, back it goes, still the last with Morley, and Britain tackle on the last, and they say, the crowd anyway, that touched an Australian leg or hand.
Half the job done, boys. Just sit down and relax. I feel good about that. Half the job done, boys. That's great. Great half of football.
We've got to convert going to transition better than we are. And I think it's the ball on the ground. You need to fucking talk to me differently. Is it the ball on the ground? Yep. Let's put the ball on the ground and chase it, because anywhere near their try line he's going to bat it out. He's not going to take the chance and we'll get a repeat set. It's about being patient. They're middle lack agility, don't they? You've caned them. Ball's back in at the middle. And if we go 1 or 2 offloads, it's okay to be tackled with the ball, isn't it? Great dummy half carries. Gilly, when you've run out of dummy half, they can't handle you.
and then we've gone away from it too early. If we pick punching fucking portholes in them at the middle, stay there. You don't need to come away. Go at the hole again. You'll march them right down the field going at that hole. Go, get them again. Go, get them again. You should feel real confident. What's it feel like out there? Fucking is good. Is good. And you get your third quarter start of this half right, everything right again defensively, forcing errors, and the kicks, and establish some field position. You'll score. You'll score, I promise you that.
Don't look for the knockout punch all the time. You've got to work behind that fucking jab. You've got to wear your opponent down.
Walker, it goes wide to Leon Price. Price comes inside Lockyer, escapes the tackle, can't get away from the next two. There are 3 tackles remaining, this set of 6 for Great Britain, and Cunningham will attack the line, and Cunningham's given it to Boyd. Adrian Boyd next to the post. Just the lift that Great Britain needed, start of the second half.
We've had 7, they've had 5.
Another dink into the in goal. Keep it low, fellas.
It's with Harris, and Harris does drift the kick through, and that's bouncing all over the shop, and there's work to be done here, and doesn't he do it well? The winger Brent Tate, he does it brilliantly. Look at the metres he's made there, 20 metres from underneath his own sticks. Brian Noble knows that's just taken the pressure off.
Just as in the first half, Noble's side, territorially at least, are on top.
Kieran, where you going? Can't take shortcuts, Kieran. Can't take shortcuts. Kieran, no shortcuts. No shortcuts. I'm watching them. Move! Right! Mark a square!
Just over 5 minutes remain when the visitors benefit from a controversial decision.
And the ball comes free again. Is that another penalty?
That'll be a knock on.
Referee takes a word. It is a penalty.
Oh, dearie me. He's
He took advice from the
touch judge there.
Fitzgibbon for Australia. And he's missed it.
I think I use an analogy with the boys. The reason they've been so good at cricket all the time is because they don't let you off the hook. They play all the time. You might be 3.5 days into a test match when nothing's happening, and your batters are going really well, and you clock off for 1 second and you run out. You know, you just take one lapse of concentration, you don't put your bat down, and whooshka, the stumps have gone down, and you're out, and all of a sudden they're on top, and they get another one, and they get another one, and all of a sudden 2 evenly matched sides are not evenly matched because they've done the little things better than you have, and that's what Test match rugby league's all about as well. You know, it tests your every facet as a player, not just your ability to play, your ability to concentrate on every play of every set, whether that be defence or attack, to be in the right position at the right time, the element of discipline, the element of physicality, that element of attitude, not to take one play off at all because they get you. Their culture breeds, when they want success, their culture breeds that you'll play for 80 minutes of every test and every second of that test, or we'll be asking questions.
Oh, what a ball! This is Gasnier, here is Cooper, and that's the second try for Cooper.
You may be on top of them for 60 minutes and they still get you in the last 20. That's the reality of what you're playing.
Boys, listen, I've had the worst week of my fucking life, right? Really the fucking toughest, but to go out there tonight with you boys, right? It's fucking lifting me, getting in here, getting into that hotel this afternoon and looking around, give me all the fucking confidence in the world. We might have fucking lost that game tonight, right? But fuck me, there's stuff to build on, right? Everyone can fucking see it. If they're the fucking world champions, boys, we're not fucking far behind them. We'll come out this next game, we'll beat these fucking Kiwis because we got fucking payback. Now we're fucking looking like the team we are, right? We'll fucking switch on for a little longer in the game, right? And we'll fucking win it. We'll come in on Monday bouncing, boys, right? It's a fucking pleasure to play with these boys, but fucking chins up tonight, okay? Do what you gotta do, we're fucking chins up.
What I was just trying to get across is that despite the fact that we'd lost 2 games, you know, with 75 minutes gone on the clock, you know, we were 2 points behind Australia. Now, we ended up losing 20 points to 6, which was quite a wide margin in the end. Now, we lost by a wide margin in the Tri-Nations final last year, but the 5 previous games against Australia were like 2 points in them, or, you know, 4 points in them. So what I was trying to get across is that we haven't suddenly gone back. After losing to New Zealand and losing to Australia, we haven't stepped back in time, you know, 6 or 7 years, where we're in struggle street. We're still up there. We just need to tweak a few things, take the improvement we took from week 1 to week 2, take that from week 2 to week 3, and we'd be right to go.
Right here, square up. Let's go. Hey, you ain't been listening to what I've just said. What did I say? Did I talk to you about doing this?
Only 2 wins can now keep Great Britain in the Tri-Nations, but the week up to the second game with New Zealand will be about performance rather than victory.
If you're in an environment that focuses on win-win, then it's a struggle. It becomes a struggle to motivate your players and get your players to have some belief in what you're doing. We're very much in an environment that focuses on performance. We believe that if you're performing well and the players are executing well, then you've got every opportunity of winning games. And for us, we focused certainly on the negatives against New Zealand and how we played in that game, and focused on some positives as well. There was a lot of positives to come out of the Kiwi game. That built confidence, and we knew we could improve. And obviously against the Australians, we again focused on performance. And the reality of it is, you know, 1 extra set and 1 extra pass that's right on the button, and you win the game. It's such a fine line, and that's the key element for us, focusing on how we're playing and how we're going. And we believe that we should be able to take a lot of positives from the game and bring it into the Kiwi game.
Checking Yestin's phone to make sure that his wife hasn't phoned. He and Becky having their second baby, and Becky's now a few days overdue. And I think he didn't come to Spain with us because he thought Becky was actually going to have the baby that week, but unfortunately she didn't. I think as the days tick by, he's getting more and more anxious. So as a father and as a doctor, I understand what he's going through.
You know what's going on? You got wild things. Finish your game.
Shot. Okay, walk down, please. Have a roll again. We've got exactly the same in attack now. We're going to go play 3. But we're also having a shot at the edge. Like we did yesterday, this is good ball for us. Shot at the edge for a short side jump for a bird. I'll kick it off the white if needs be. Or we're going to have an edge shot, come back to the middle with the back rows we spoke about for a bird there for the last play. 4 of these to do. What to do? We get these right, guys.
Tackle 3.
Golf may be a footballer's favourite pastime, but only Deacon, Harris and Weil braved the sodden fairways of the hotel course. Harris with more on his mind than most, and a pang of guilt.
I don't think she knows. No, she's okay. I've got my phone in my pocket, so if anything happens, I'm only 2 minutes away. It's difficult, isn't it? You know, when your wife's ready to give birth, it's hard to concentrate on anything really. But you know, she's been pretty good. She's quite a laid-back character, so you know, it's been okay. My first Catherine was born on a Friday night, and I missed a game for Leeds. So, you know, hopefully the same thing's not going to happen. You know, being picked for Great Britain is a major honour, and you know, you've got to take every opportunity you can. And you know, if that was the case, it'd be a tough decision. But you know, I think once you declare yourself available for Great Britain, you can't tend to back out. And you know, I think it'd just be one of them difficult decisions.
Go Mars, it's yours Mars. Terrible catch. Fucking kicking well today.
We've practiced well over 3 weeks now, and certainly this week we've had an extra cutting edge to us. We really have. We've been. You can tell. You can smell it. You can taste the atmosphere in the camp. The expectancy of sudden death football, really, into the semi-finals and the Challenge Cup finals that these players have experienced, and the coaching staff and the things that they've gone through. You know that it's now sudden death, and you know that it's all to play for, and you're coming up against the side that have been really, really good this year. They've been, much improved from last year, and probably a greater challenge as well. So, it's exciting times for rugby league.
Right there, Mars.
Brilliant. You should be head coach after.
Martin Gleeson said that.
You're right. You're better than Nobby.
Thanks, Brian.
Despite 2 defeats, Great Britain resist any temptation for change.
I think the selection that we've made is an indication that we're pleased with how we're performing. You can play differently against the Australians. You can play differently against the Kiwis from 1 week to the next without having to change your personnel. If you listen to external pressures and you're not quite sure and have a true belief in what you're doing yourself as a selection panel for this Great Britain side, then you can be erratic, you can be irrational, and you can be emotional as well, and make a whole host of changes. But the reality of it is we played very well. We came very close to the Australians, and I think Wayne Bennett was quoted afterwards as saying 8-6 would have been a fair scoreline. We're proud that he said that, but obviously we believe that we should have won and could have won that game. So we didn't feel as though there needed to be a knee-jerk reaction. We could see that players were playing their way into form, and consistency and playing consistently together in combinations is obviously a big advantage.
Lock on, heads in, I'm on side, over on side. All right, get forward. Take the ground and lock on. I'm on side, I'm on side, I'm on side.
Please, I got Leon.
Take the ground, lock on and back to me, please.
Go. Tree.
Have a look here, please. On side. Lock on this one. Lock on. Head in. Head and stud. Well done. Finish it. On side. Finish it. On side.
Good time. Where?
Move across, please. Gaz, Jamie.
The role of goal kicker is less high profile in league than union. Paul Deacon will have the Wilkinson role for the Lions on Saturday. Standards are high. Great Britain has yet to miss a kick in the tournament so far.
Not exactly there to save anything up with you guys. We talked about our mission statement at the front. We're the best team performance so far in this tournament. It's not about points. It's not about getting points. It's about winning today. And to do that, we need our best team performance in this tournament. Kicks, get at Jones. Get at Jones. Pressure him. We saw the results when Kieran did it, and when Stuart did it, and when Jamie, you got a couple. Get at Jones. Disrupt their kick. Because that's what they're relying on. That's what they're relying on, pushing us down there so they can do what we've seen they can do in our 20. On kicks, all move. All white shirts move. All white shirts move and help out backfield. You right-sided people, Jamie, Gaz Ellis, hit a hole. Just hit a hole either side of Stacey Jones. You carry him over the line, you two. What's the other side of you? Carry him over the line. As good as a try in this game is a repeat set, because it's taking the engines down. Engines down. The only 2 points we're after today, remember, is the win. The rest will take care of itself if the quality of our skills are in order, the quality of our decisions are in order.
the quality of our discipline, to be in shape and concentration, knowing that if we execute, we have to execute properly. We cannot waste opportunities today. Field position, precious for us. There's a loose ball on the floor, you play until that's dead. 20 whistles have gone off, you get that ball. That's your enthusiasm.
We get it on. When you bust that bridge,
Blue lights on.
Bloody freezing out there.
Sit in, gents, please. Just want to look at the shots.
They tried to replicate the pitch at Loftus Road with pitch and Combs.
Yeah.
Combs were leading 12-6 with 10 minutes to go.
Another slash here. The blood's pouring out the back, isn't it? Here. It's a Zorro, isn't it?
We're going to talk to everyone and say, look, Richard Horne is on the bench for Great Britain, Stacey Jones is in the side for New Zealand. Would you have played Richard Horne tonight if you'd have been Brian?
Yeah, but on top of what you say, I'm going to come in and say the only option I think that Brian Noble's got is that we've got one of the most talented attacking players who's out on the wing. Now, Leon Price, if it's not working, then Harris has to come off and Leon Price has got to go into stand-off. We've got to do something against...
What about Richard Hall?
Sorry?
What about Richard Hall?
Well, I'd put him
7.
7.
So what would you do with Deacon then?
Bring him off. Bring them both off.
So all the gear's laid out with different suturing material. I use a particular form of local, the dental local anaesthetic. I've cleaned all of it, so I don't really want to touch it. And this is the stuff that we need to get people back on the field as quickly as possible and back to the field of play. We've got the oxygen, which if anything happens on the field of play, we're going to get Jock and Derek to carry this stuff out, and the Entonox in here in this bag, which is the gas and air, which we can use if somebody suffers a serious injury. And really, if the things came to the worst, we've got the stuff here, not to make it up, but actually to protect. We've got the stuff here, not to make it up, Clarky, to actually preserve somebody's airway with all of this stuff here.
Don't fucking ease yourself into the game today, get straight into it. Right, use his heads today, we've got all the passion and commitment, use his heads. Stick to that process. Hard day today, boys, hard day. It's our kick, so let's fucking blast into it from the kick-off.
Arm wrestle, getting that fucking arm wrestle.
Boys, let's have starting today. That's all I want, the fuck out of that one, a big start, don't we? Let's have starting.
Britain are within 7 metres of the New Zealand line. Cunningham, the ball is in field, it's the try for Fielden, and Stuart Fielden with the first try, and Great Britain off to the flying start. They desperately need it. And now it's with Peacock, who spun away from a couple.
New Zealand's defence, they're hesitating. They're allowing Britain to get extremely close.
Very close, and Peacock almost thought then about plonking the ball on the line. It might have been a double movement. Great movement from Deacon! Great try from Deacon! Paul Deacon! It gets better for Britain. 10-0! But here is Solomona, and the kick for Webb to chase, and the kick gets to Webb, and he's put it down. And here is Ib Carney, who does brilliantly and launches the counter-attack. Carney.
For Paul Deacon, scorer of the second try, the night is about to come to an abrupt and very painful end.
And it's a blow for Great Britain, this, because Deacon had started the opening 22 minutes of this Test match in great fashion. Senior offloads to Wellens, and here is Walker, and Walker to Ellis.
Great stuff. Ellis is having a fine game. Oh, he's offloaded as well.
What a pass to Chev Walker, his Leeds Rhinos teammate. Wide it goes to Carney. Brian Carney. Has he put the nightmare of Loftus Road behind him? White. Good hands and more good hands. And Carney with space ahead of him. And he has beat Clinton 2 people pace. And Carney goes through Brent Blair. Oh, what a try from Brian Carney. What a try from the winger. Has he answered his critics in the opening half here tonight or what?
Sometimes it's evidence of how little people know about the game sometimes, because you score 2 tries and then I came off after 35 minutes. My game isn't about that. My game is more about the week before, when I got to do 20 drives against Australia, and that's what I prefer in the game. I get more satisfaction out of doing that in the game than on Saturdays. It's nice to score tries, but it's honestly not the major part of my game.
Let go. Stacey Jones, ball back on the inside, they've dropped it. And it's play on, and Mickey Hyam has hacked it forward. And Mickey Hyam is away. And Mickey Hyam has got the ball after him. And that's a great chase down by Webster.
Had to be as well.
And that's a penalty, and that should be a sin bin.
To take our shirts off. I want you to mentally take your shirts off to put them on to start again. But what you've done
And what you've done, and what you can do in the second half, is have a shot at the 50, hook, and get Stacey again. There's rewards for us. Do you feel that every time we're in there 30 we can score? Well, that's our goal, get into the 30. Don't get caught high in yardage, and be prepared to finish the set with a kick like we have been doing. I'm not stopping us playing. We've made all the right decisions this first half. All the right decisions. Let's keep making the right decisions. The challenge is ours, boys. We keep here, we go into next week in pole position.
You grind them down. You do what you're doing. You fucking grind them down. That's what's happening. They're fucking sick of running the ball out from their line or dropping it out to us. You fucking grind them down in this second half. You do the very same things. You talk like you've been doing defence, and you will wear them down mentally, right? You will wear these fuckers down. They don't want to know a tough game.
You're fitter than they are. To get the benefits of it, you've got to be prepared to be patient.
Let's not get too excited when we get back out there. Let's make sure we just stay calm and focused, yeah? There's a lot of people excited in here. Let's make sure we're focused, switched on, yeah? Hey, let's just get nice and tight now. Everybody get in here. Everybody in. Let's get in.
Hello, shoot, get in.
Message Keza back. Everybody That half there counts for nothing now. We have to be mentally strong and go out and start from 0-0. Go out with the same kind of passion and enthusiasm and desire we have. But we need to go and just knock 10 minutes off here by completing this set, being fucking keen as in defence, jamming them in defence and just getting down the other end of the field. We can make a big start in this first 10 minutes here. We need to keep on.
On the sideline, assistant Dave Lyon keeps Noble and Sharp updated with fitness bulletins. Carney and Deacon are off, Fielding is hurt, and the Lions are short of options.
Leon Price, great stepping run up the middle. He's got support here from Chev Walker out wide, and Chev Walker's over. Great Britain get another try, and there is a real problem for New Zealand here now.
The lead is 32 points and the stadium is throbbing with noisy passion and excitement. It is of no concern to the coaching team. They betray little emotion while the chaos reigns around them.
Detachment from the emotion of the action that's taking place in front of you, and thinking about what you need to and the messages that you need to give your players. Certainly after you've conceded a try, if you get too emotional and you're clutching your head and you're pulling your hair out, I suppose, then you're not sending the right signals to your staff and to your players, and you need to distance yourself from the action and give the players some instant information that's calculated and been well thought out, and then obviously you've got to deliver it right to your staff on sideline.
Stacey Jones. Infield it comes again. Oh, great movement. Stacey Jones once more. Good hands. And again, wide it goes. And there's a chance here. And he's in. Is Jake Webster.
Great try.
Now it's with Justin Harris. And Harris gets the ball away to Walker. It goes wide to Senior. And Senior, does he get the ball down before he hits the corner flag?
Well, he got it.
I think it will go to the video ref.
I think he might have got it, Eddie.
What are you checking, mate?
But as the score mounts, so too do the casualties.
Put myself on that one, Stu, please.
Yeah, it is. Obviously not, but...
Yeah, that'd be great if you could do that.
It took us 2 games, but we're got into it, we're playing really well. Outstanding. Need to finish it, and then And it's do or die of time, innit? Semi-final followed by final, so I need to finish today. And hopefully Dan will get back out there, Doc.
You'll be out there.
Correct?
2 seconds.
Yes. I like it when you tell me what I want to hear.
Exactly. Just a bit of pain relief, that's it.
What's it general says? Pain is on the weakness leaving the body, don't
Exactly. Now, if I don't have the outside there now, then it'll kill me.
Yeah.
So bend your arm up, Stuart, please. Okay, all set.
Sweet.
Yeah, sweet. On you go, lad.
Yeah. Come on.
Look how we doing in your lane.
Eh?
How we doing in your lane. Looking a lot better, eh?
Yeah.
Super. Great work. Great work, man. Absolutely great work.
A sports writer once described rugby league as war without the frills. You would find few dissenters here.
It's a brutal sport, it really is, and I know people mention contact sport, but you know, I believe it's a collision sport. I believe that people, particularly the players who are full-time and have been at it a few years now, the bodies are hardened, the massive athletes and big tall fellas who are very, very aggressive and enjoy hitting one another, but afterwards and in the sheds or walking off the field, you know, they've got the respect for one another. I think that's something special that rugby league has.
There is yet more concern for Great Britain as fullback Paul Wellens is another to be forced off. A knee ligament injury will end his Tri-Nations. With the home side short of fit bodies, New Zealand plunder 2 late tries. They are fragments of consolation, however. A 38-12 victory means narrow success against Australia in 7 days' time will be enough for Noble's men to make the final.
New Zealand at 4, they scored 12 tonight, so that's 118. And then they conceded 38, so that's 90 plus 30, 120. So that's minus 2. If we get too positive, we're in the final. Yes, correct. Yes.
Well done, mate. It takes a while for the team to gel together, and last year his 3rd week was his best performance, and it was again tonight so far anyway, but we play better than that next week.
I think it just shows what we can do when we get into our stride. You know, we was a little bit rusty that first game we played them, and you know they were no different tonight. You know, they played the same game, but it just shows how much better we got, and great performance off us.
We've always had the belief that, you know, we're capable of signing some quality players in there, and we tested the Aussies, and we thought we carried that on today. The form at the moment's pretty good, and we're full of beans, full of confidence, and you know, looking forward to next week.
We've got the carrot, haven't we? Need to beat Australia. Tough thing to do. We don't do it that often, but if we do that, we've got ourselves in the final.
What time did you turn your mobile off today?
Around 3 o'clock. I just switch it off and then just check the messages after, and I'll race back if nothing's happened. So you know, I can have a couple of quiet beers at home tonight.
Stan and me have got to do a fine because we messed up a bit last week, which is another long story, and we'll tell you another day. We've got to sing a song, so we're going to do 2 Queen numbers. It's a Kind of Magic, and then Radio Gaga. But we've come in costume as well.
Me too, to deflect from your performance.
Take your top off, put a vest on. We've got some backing music.
Do I get allowance for another fine here? Because I'm
yeah, you can be late for another meeting now.
Oh, fantastic.
Who's going to be Frida?
Me and Stan are doing Freddie. Freddie, what? Stanley, I'm calling Freddie. Freddie, you got it wrong. It's not in the jungle. Listen, Stan, you've got it wrong. You missed your arm. You missed your arm in the vest.
Oh, well, that's how it's supposed to be, innit?
Are you having a laugh now?
No, get him off. Come on. Go on, Brooks.
What have we got, Stan?
Penis.
Am I just going boxers? Have I got some red shorts?
You need a penis. I need one.
Here, you need one.
What's that?
Got an appendage. Just shove it in, you know, just get it well, so you're well blessed. Oh, yes. Yes.
Right, you show me.
Look at that. That's just how you are, you.
Are you having one, Nob?
As long as it's not permanent. It's permanent.
It's not.
See your drums, you sit in front. You sit in front of them. Oh, put it on a bit thick, why don't you? So you break it.
Hang on. Oh, I'll colour it in soft then. You had one of these the last time I've seen you.
Bottom up that.
Oh, Steady would be, Graham Stedman would be envious of that, wouldn't he? Brooks, are you having one?
No.
Right, are we into it, Stan?
You're pumped, aren't you? Although I don't really do enthusiasm.
You look like Freddie Mercury.
Wait a minute.
Gonna whip myself up now, Brian, into character.
Get in. Can you try this at back?
We have to do a forfeit for certain things what go wrong. One of the things is not to take mobiles into meetings or have mobiles switched on in dressing rooms, but we've been on the staff. I always carry mine around with me, and on when we played at Wigan, my phone was put in my pocket and it was hung on the peg as I'd changed me to get into my gear for the game. And as I walked past, Mickey Iron said, "Stan, your phone's going off in your pocket. Your phone's going off in your pocket."
One soul, one prize, one goal.
I put it to my ear, and who's on but Phil Clark. He said, "Stan, we've got an emergency. We've got an emergency." He said, "I'm stuck in the toilet." He said, "I've got my pants around my ankles and there's no bog paper," he said, "no toilet paper. Can you get some to me?"
It's a kind of
Get the toilet paper, go inside the gents, and there's a guy stood there at the toilet, no Phil Clark. So, "Where are you, Phil?" He said, "I'm next door in the invalid toilet." So I had to go to that one then, and Anne comes round and Phil sat there with his pants around his ankles. So naturally, on the Monday when we had the team meeting, Brian Noble says, "Oh, Stan's got to do a forfeit. He's got to sing for the boys." He said his phone went off in the dressing room. Phil says, "Well, I can't let him do that on his own." He said, "Because I was the blame for the phone going off in the dressing room."
You had your time, you had the power, you've yet to have the finest hour. Radio.
Oh, tear it out.
All we hear is Radio Gaga, Radio Goo, Radio Gaga.
I thought we really had the X Factor. I think we'll get there, right to the final. We had it.
Oh, Brian.
Sam Brown.
Fucking somebody broke the fucking way. Nobby, you can give it to Horny now.
Oh, you broke it! Oh, fine.
I didn't die.
Fine.
Go
Fine.
Hold on,
That was on first. That was on camera.
Yeah, you.
I'm going to appeal.
Yeah, okay, have a look.
Yes, that's what you're trying to pinch it. Oh, yes.
I don't know what happened with that one. Left it here and it was underneath the I brought it in here and
I'm in for 20.
Training every day means that the players need regular refuelling, and they accept every opportunity with relish. As fast as they move on the pitch, they are equally athletic at feeding time.
They eat a lot because the big boys.
We have the dinner about 12ish, 1ish, and then they come in and have something to eat again at 4, which is basically supposed to be a snack, but they do eat quite a lot, and then have the tea at 7 o'clock, and it just all goes, everything.
Well, not quite everything.
So what I'm saying to you is, we tweak it a little bit more this week. We raise the bar again and improve again. You'll get this mob on the weekend. I have no doubts about that. You should get that much confidence out from the weekend. You tweak those things this week, those little field position things, and when things aren't quite going our way, and you believe, and we get those bits right, and I promise you, you'll beat this team at the week. You should have that much confidence. We should have a real confident week. Not saying anything, just preparing the way we prepared last week.
Brian Carney's preparations include extra sessions on his stressed hamstring with physio Rob Harris.
So from here, Brian's going to go to the flown pool in Wilmslow. We're going to do a good half hour's hard fitness session on him. Okay, getting the hamstring really strong, but making sure his fitness is up for the game. And he's going to do a good hour's weights on the hamstring as well. So Brian's going to work real hard the next couple of days. He'll recover in time for the weekend from that, but we've got to get the work in early in the week. All right. And if he wants to play on Saturday, he's got to do every training session this week, because we're not going to test him enough otherwise. So it's a tough week for him.
Noble and Jamie Peacock attend the weekly press conference. Such occasions can prove a chore for coaches in every sporting code. Noble, however, seems to relish the verbal sparring and collision of wits.
Brian, could I ask you a hypothetical?
Yep.
If you happen to be in a situation with a couple of minutes to go and you're 8 points ahead and a field goal knocks Australia out, you're going to take it, or?
Oh, my word, we are.
Will you give that order?
In triplicate.
Captain Peacock is slightly less enthusiastic.
Maybe Jamie could answer that, I don't know.
What? Who, me?
Leeds Rhinos try-scoring machine Mark Calderwood is brought into the squad as cover. And after 3 weeks of watching from the stand in his suit, Gareth Rayner is on the verge of his Great Britain debut.
Max has gone in. Rolled his ankle. We've got one more rotation.
No, not. You've had 2 groups.
We already? What's up with Thax?
Rolled his ankle.
He told me he'd got migraine.
No, rolled his ankle apparently.
Coaches?
Yep.
Come on, Mars.
To the inferior coach,
I tell you what, Mars. Get it, yeah. Yep, come on then, boys. Go. Let's go, Glees. Last one up's a rotten egg.
What's in the gut?
Reload. Play. Give us 6 on a 70. Chevy, push one across. Let's make it a bit more difficult. Do you like Chevy? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, she told me to call you it.
But you know when Mum's disappointed?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hey, Chev, I'm not disappointed.
How do you keep it interesting?
Variety. Certainly different venues is a key one. Obviously we're based here, so that's an issue that we can't address, but we've got a fantastic facility anyway. Different games, different drills, competition as well also makes it interesting and exciting for the players. They need stimulating. Oh, Brian Carney! He's back! Let's have a play the ball this side. You can't make that tackle 2 weeks ago. You can't, because you're back there. Yeah, cutting grass, yeah. Good stuff. That's it. Gone well there, haven't they? Yeah, confident as well.
Good.
Confident.
There's some exits, four or five exits, and then some last plays. We're done for today.
Yeah.
But what we're saying is we're organised for 2 attacking sets and 2 defensive sets. Now we need a name for it.
TK, that's what I reckon.
TK, total control for the match. TK match rate. Yeah, well, if you've got
TK Max, man, isn't he?
TK Max.
TK Max, isn't it? Ralph Lauren, Polos. TKs.
Right, we just good shot back there. Oh, very good shot.
Where did you get that one?
TC then, go to TC anyhow, come Max, whatever you want to call it, but get your heads around. When that period comes in the game, as it will, you need to find it. And that was control football, knocking them out with go forward stuff.
Well, this is the provisional team for weekend, 1 to 17, but we've got extra players in. We've got Price at number 1.
Every week, Stan Wall must go through the team's requirements with a Great Britain kit supplier.
These shirts.
With most players wearing their shirts like a second skin, it's an exact science.
All right, good, but that's fine. Okay. At least working well. It's working well the way we're doing it.
Don't miss the jump! Jump! Yes!
They work.
Yak.
Kieran.
I wonder if they'll call TK now.
I only want one more. I'm going to go then do a couple for TKs. What for the max?
TK, total control.
That's
See you in it.
Yeah, but we'll run with TK.
TK is just a basic set of go forward plays just to emphasise completion, really, getting out of exit. Generally we're going to use that after a couple of errors and hopefully we don't get too many of them, but it's just a safety set just to clear our own line.
Okay, total control.
Yeah, TK, total control. Spelling of the coach is a little bit of a worry, but yeah, that's how we're going to use it anyway.
Go again, you're alright, go again. Reload it, please, coach.
Yeah, but it's good in his tights, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good in his tights, isn't it? I don't look good in my tights.
You look fucking great, man. It's fucking good and great.
Yeah.
Good and great. I tell you what, you could make a book, couldn't you? You could
Yeah.
make a book.
Help him, find his front.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys, pull out, guys. Saints, get out, Kev, get out, Jono! Fuck me.
As you can see, we've just got here to the Gillette promotion, where, as you can see, the people around waiting to see the stars of Great Britain, and there's young Chev Walker and Rob Burrow there posing for the pictures. As you can see at the Gillette stand, where we've actually found out that they're selling an absolute bargain. Where you can buy this Gillette Mach 3 plus DVD for $15.99, and you get a free shirt with a signed ball with Rob Burrows, Chev Walker's autograph on it. In itself is an absolute bargain.
Keith got a very shiny head. He tells me it wasn't Gillette that gave him that shine, it was Wilkinson's sword, so.
Are you moaning about a free shirt?
Alright, cheers.
As you can see, some people are never satisfied. Who do you mean? This one here, Rob Burrows?
Two-handed carry. Ball out in front, thumbs around the ball. You get to the hurdles, it's 1 foot in each hole, so it's a high knee lift, alright? High knee lift coming through here. When you go lateral that way, it's a one-handed carry in the same direction. Both feet in every hole. Two-handed carry, 1 foot in each hole. That direction, so it's a one-handed carry, both feet in every hole. And then we get to the cone. Alright, on the cones, you're going to go around the outside of the red cones. When there's a yellow cone or a light green cone on the floor, you hit the ground. So you're going to come through there, you're going to hit the ground. And if you're running that direction, it's a one-handed carry. So you sprint. The white cones are there, so that you're running between the white cone and outside the red cone. Alright, you need to keep your feet underneath your body. Therefore you won't fall over. So you're keeping your feet underneath your body. You're going through there as quick as you can. Hit the ground there, alright?
Fucking out. Great start.
1 foot in each hole, 1 foot in each hole, both feet in every hole.
Rob. Sorry.
Paul Deacon returns and is the subject of much curiosity.
What's the business here? I don't know what that's for. What's that for then, Chris? Sorry. What's the bit on the box for that? Well, it's on the top as well. Oh, right. Is that, they do that like they used to wire them up, didn't they?
What it's for is that when Paul had the operation, work out how his teeth fit usually. He'll have wired his teeth together at the time of the operation, then fixed it. So they would reduce it first, then wire his teeth together, then fix it with the teeth wired, then open up the wires, cut your biters open. Now, do you remember you were saying when you came off the field that your jaw, it was your jaw, and of course I thought it was your bottom jaw. Well, then when we examined it, was obvious it was your top jaw. And these dotted lines are the fractures where you can break the middle third of the face. Now, the reason it was bleeding so much was it's this little thing here, which is a fissure. It's called the pterygomaxillary fissure, and into there are through there run some blood vessels, one of which is the maxillary. This is the maxillary vein. You can imagine as your jaw goes back here and fractures, there's some sharp pieces of bone which go back into that fissure and tear the vein. And that's where all the blood was coming from. But that's obviously well inside the side of your neck, if you will. So the blood was coming down your nose and out of your mouth.
Doesn't put you off? No, it's not put me off, no. I don't think it would happen to me again. Was it one of them type of injuries, Doc?
I think so, Paul. I have to say, I've been looking after people on the rugby field for 10 years. I've never seen this injury on the rugby field. Probably in the work I do in emergency, I see it once a year. With the terrible and dangerous bleeding, that you had, we'd probably see that once every 2 or 3 years.
I'm not a bitter man. I actually saw the tackle on the Saturday night when the doc was looking after me in the hotel room, and I thought it looked a bit innocuous. It could have easily just burst my nose and nothing else would have been said, really. So that's the way I look, and I've just been unlucky, really.
With the afternoon off, a few of the squad get up close and personal with one of Manchester's favourite sporting sons. Ricky Hatton is just over a week away from a world title defence.
Just the way he's striking the bag there, it's sending a shiver through me. So, hope we don't have to get in the ring with him.
Doing it tough, innit? You know what I mean? It's like our pre-season training at the beginning of the year. Obviously they've got to build up for a fight, and they've got a big fight coming up, but looks intense and hard work, you know what I mean? And you can tell that with his mentality in the ring.
I love rugby because it's a proper sport. It's not like, my other love is football, and you couldn't get a bigger football fan than me. I love my team and that, but I can't help, when I think of the money footballers are on, I think, it's a bit of a prima donna's game, to get a little kick on the ankle, or boxers don't go down as much and they're getting hit on the chin. It's a proper sport, if you like. It's when you got one of these fellas coming running at you, then you think you're entitled to fall over. I must admit, when you sit and watch rugby, you see boxers going, don't you? Bang, and you think, oh, like that. And in many ways, rugby's the same. So when you see a football league, get one of them and they go over, I think, how much do you want to win for?
Thing for us,
but I love football.
Like we get a blow, watching you. Then we might make a big shot or make a big run with the ball. Then we get a minute, somebody else will run with it. But you're on your own, aren't you?
Yeah. It is very hard work, and it's like, particularly at this level, 12 round of boxing. It's like 3/4 of an hour non-stop. 3 minutes. You get your minute rest in between round, but one punch. And it's over with. You lose your focus for just a split second, and that could be you. It's the only sport whether you could be like 11 and a half rounds in front, and then one punch, boom, it's over with.
Not too much,
You just focus on the lacquer. No, nothing. Ball's in.
Don't put the light on that.
Bounce to the ball, it's just got the sunroof open, that's all. McDonald's sponsorship.
Feeling great. Feeling very comfortable.
Do you know what they say about people who abuse their pets, Brian? He's your pet. You know it. Tell it RSPC on you.
PJ. Have a meal. PJ. Tell him how much to spend on the anti-bowling shampoo with it. Champ.
It's called thickening shampoo. 80 quid a tub. Come on. Right, show the effect. Well, show him. He's 22 years of age. It's a flash.
Yeah, it comes out. You touch it. Your fingers.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that all there.
Okay, just to finish off our preparation with respect to the team that we're playing at the weekend, I just want you to pick up on how you trouble them out of dummy half, and if we pick up on our push, really push and work hard for holes. We've seen that we've got some pretty good dummy half runners that can trouble them. And we'll look at their middle. Bearing in mind the improvements that we've made as a team. Keep going at them. Don't be frightened about, keep going at them. If you make a hole, keep at the seam. Keep punching right up their middle. We've changed their personnel a bit for this one. Running out of dummy half definitely troubles them. We're better at it now. We've shown that last week, so we can push on each other and execute at the right end of the field. I'm reinforcing the message of the captain. I think if we nail one, which we have to do, this mob could crack. I'm saying they will, because they're used to pressure, but so are we. They could crack. They've changed their personnel, put Barrett in the halves with Gower, and the starting Riles, the drop price. We're going to bring Wing or Prince off the bench, with Waterhouse, O'Mealy and Mason. So it's about our performance, isn't it? And it's about improving on last week and raising the bar slightly. So without further ado, the lucky people this week at full back, Leon Price.
You know, we got something to say. I'm a trouble.
On the right wing, Brian Carney. Right centre, Martin Gleeson. Left centre, Keith Senior. And these are the special moments. We've managed to manufacture quite a few players over the last couple of years, and it's particular pride and privilege that a guy that, particularly through the whole of this camp, has worked extremely hard and deserves his shot. He was knocking on the door for a couple of weeks in the way. He applied himself at practice, and he's going to make his debut on his home ground, so he's buzzed up. You can see that in practice. I'm particularly delighted, and you've got three captains here to reflect this. Gareth is Gareth Rayner on debut. Yeah, that's a fine.
Speechless. This is what he set out to do, from being a little kid. So it's just amazing that it's finally happened.
Home ground as well. That's extra special, right?
Yeah, it makes it even more exciting. You know what I mean? KC Stadium's the favourite ground. The atmosphere is going to be unbelievable, and the Hull fans, with them behind me as well, it's going to push me on that little bit further.
Stand off, Yestin Harris. The other pleasing thing for Yestin, he's a proud father of Cameron Rees, £9. That's like
She had her own birth as well, so it was a lot of relief on us because they would just be hanging around and waiting. We didn't want to go into hospital, so everything went well in the end, so we were really chuffed.
For those not picked to play on Saturday, there is no respite. Instead, they work with fitness coach Carl Jennings in his theatre of pain.
It's very difficult with an elite group of people, especially when you don't get selected, to actually give them some type of workout which can replicate a game environment. Obviously the guys need to be trained and they need to be coached, but what we try and do is take them out of their comfort zone to try and replicate that last 5-10 minutes of test match environment, which at the end of the day doesn't come down to fitness or speed or stamina. It comes down to the determination and that toughness where you can actually get yourself through that uncomfortable zone. It takes them to a frightening place, a dangerous place, something that they don't enjoy, but something they understand that they have to go through. They do 1,000 metres on the rower, they get off the rower, they do 10 burpees, that's getting down the ground up with a jump, 10 clean and press, and they do 800 metres, 12 and 12, 600 metres, 15 and 15, 500 metres, 18 and 18, 400 metres, 20 and 20, 300 metres to finish. 1955. That's great work.
think of a lot of things I'd rather be doing. It's tough. It's all part of it though, isn't it? All part of the game.
Again, we have to win in a game, we've got to raise the bar again to do so, and I'm very confident we can. I think the key for us today is your defence, believe it or not. I'm really confident in our scoring ability. So defensively, we've got to go forward. You've got to have an in-faces mentality. You've got to dominate your opposition. But it's about making special plays as well, covering for your mate, and knowing that if you play to the structure and you hit first and lock on with leg drive on the ground, you win the ground. You know how to win the ground. Technically, you've got to get your shoulders and your heads in and your studs in. So if you win the ground, you're in pole position to go forward, to create pressure, to be in somebody's face. You've got to play south to north or north to south, whichever way you want to go, it's up and down. It's that way. And that's you bigger blokes as well. In Channel 17. You bigger blokes with push at the middle. Push is big for us, isn't it? You little blokes and the bigger blokes are going for it, help them out, push for it. You little blokes, when you're in attack, or you half types, I mean little in that respect, get some bigger blokes around you so you can show and go and ring your mum. I got over the whitewash, mum, scored a try because people pushed on me. Don't forget your TK set. If something doesn't quite go our way, you call your TK set, or you bang a couple out and re-establish the arm wrestle. And finally, just get in their face. That's all you've got to do. And what I mean by that, that's just enthusiasm. Out enthuse them tonight. Every level you've ever played, when you've been enthusiastic, whichever teams you've played in, you beat the opposition, irrespective of what's happening. So when you're at marker, you're looking to make another tackle, you're bouncing around on your feet, you're talking to each other so you go the right way. And when there's a ball on the floor, my word, you dive and it's like the last thing in the world. You want that ball, irrespective of whistle. Any ball on the floor, you play to zero in everything we do. And you kick chase, kick pressure, kick chase and things like that. We'll get some signs early on, won't we? We've been really, really hungry to turn the competition in our favour. Really hungry, your desire's there for all to see.
I love these audiences. They're so fired up. It's the most amazing experience singing in a stadium like this. I've done quite a few stadiums. I did the old Wembley Stadium. I did the very last cup final ever there. I did Old Trafford the other week, and of course Hull. I've never sung here before, but it's just the best. It's fabulous.
Got any superstitions, Stan? Any of the players got any superstitions?
As players got superstitions,
yeah.
We've had them in the past. This particular group of lads, I'm not sure there's anybody superstitious. We have our players who say a little prayer before they go out on the pitch. Others, they have little things, they wear mouth guards and they'll leave them in the cup till the last minute before they put them in the mouths.
You're giving them a bit of kit?
Oh, I'd just give him a bit.
Just give it a scarf for my wife, for a scarf for my wife.
We're not sure if we'll see him next week, so I thought I'd give him a bit this week and then we'll give him a lot more next week to see them and stuff like that, okay?
You don't get two kitmen same size so often, do you? I do see some clubs where they do hang shorts and stockings, but they prefer it this way. The lads are used to it, and it suits me better for packing kit. You know, I can put shorts and stockings up before I come. They all have their own size of shorts and that.
Great Britain must win the game by at least 3 points to progress. Win by 9, and it's the Aussies who go home. History is against the Lions. Australia has not lost an international series for 27 years.
You speak about 30 years of Australian sporting dominance, but that has no effect or any impact on the young boys that are playing for Great Britain now. We've a strong belief in what we do, and we dominate the World Club Championship, don't we? We've been very strong in that area. We believe that our competitions as a match for the NRL also. So the positives are there. The propaganda that comes out of Australia is something that we don't believe in. And, unfortunately, the media in this country seem to have bitten the bait on that one.
It's not just the players who are readying themselves for a big performance.
Why do I do it? What it is, you see, about 2 years ago my missus caught me dressed up in her clothes and she wasn't impressed. We got divorced. But the thing is, I can do this and get away with it because you can't see my suspenders under the fur. That's the main thing. Plus, I love rugby league and the pinnacle of my career is doing it for Great Britain. Kick some Aussie arse tonight. You swear.
Paul Deakin arrives, but not everybody is on time.
The team coach is stuck on the A63 in roadworks.
Charming.
So, about 10 past quarter past.
10 past quarter? God.
Well, I recognise you now.
Good luck, mate. There is one coming in, but that's not Gordon's. That's it. Gordon's. Is that it? That's it.
We're all right.
I think we'll be all right.
In the domestic season, Noble led the Bradford Bulls back from the brink of elimination to eventual grand final glory. Now with Great Britain, he needs to repeat the feat.
You can think the world's going to end because you lost. There's no doubt that losing is far worse than winning. Winning's terrific because maybe it masks some of the things you've done wrong. I don't know why it is. It's the euphoria. I think that's why most coaches do the job, because they love winning. You know, and losing, you know, we had a particular losing streak at Bradford this year and people didn't think we could do anything, and we had to work so hard. The players, it's about the players. Getting a response out of the players and turning something around is a fantastic feeling. But winning's terrific. Don't let anybody kid you. Is it about winning? Probably, yeah.
Make the choice to stand up and be counted today. Be a fucking lion.
Let's rip in, let's fucking rip into them early, they won't expect it.
On your feet, boys.
Go on, boys,
On your feet. Have a look at that fucking flag when you walk out, boys. That's what it's all about.
Destiny's in our hands, isn't it, today? You know, boys, there's no pressure whatsoever on us. None at all, just enjoy the game. Play like you know,
Lions now, boys.
Let's give it a go. Is that everybody?
The night of destiny. Opportunity knocks for the Great Britain players. Johnson gets it away to keep Senior. Now it's Gareth Rayner. Rayner evades one. Gets away from Sivanasiva. Can't get away though from Ben Kennedy.
Good play from Rayner. Not only that, the fact that a jinking run, but he got the ball away quickly, played it very sharp. Got to try to make sure that they catch the Australian first and second markers at that play the ball.
Here's another penalty.
You're turning off the man.
He's just got a bang on his knees.
Jamie Peacock's just took a bang to his knees, but Rob's going to check on him, see how he is.
It's kickable, and it is 2 points for Iestyn Harris and 2 points for Great Britain. Great Britain 2, Australia 0.
Big problem for Britain. They are hanging back. Look, you can see they're waiting to see what the Australians are going to do. And if they don't get moving very quick, well, they'll take the 2, will they? Yeah, they should do.
Twice up there, mate, and you're still doing 3 yards in front of me.
Well, he doesn't miss opportunities like that, Craig Fitzgibbon.
Okay, Dave. Come on, Stu! Get back in that line, Stu! Come on! Hold. Go.
This is Johnson. Good run from Paul Johnson.
We've got to run the angles here. We've got to do something different. If Cunningham's going across, then bring someone back on the inside.
Cunningham's going on. So close. Yeah. Inches away. This is Gareth Ellis. Now to Horn. Slides the kick through. Cello is at dummy half. Here is Gower, and there's the kick again. It's another tester for Brian Carney, and the ball was spilled and backwards, and Matt Cooper picks the ball up and will touch down for Australia.
Check, there was no knock-on with the ball.
Oh, what a tackle! What a tackle there!
Fantastic by Morley.
Morley just took him apart.
Referee says play on. There was a knock on either way, but the referee said play on, and Britain have the momentum. It's Harris, and Harris takes the tackle from Gower. Cunningham waits at dummy half. Cunningham trying to pitch one, flicks the ball away. It finds its way to Sinfield eventually, and then to Fielden, but Britain just lost momentum.
Wonderful play from Trent Barrett there. He really put himself about. That'll be a penalty.
It will be, and Trent Barrett should be in the bin. If the referee is as good as his word, Trent Barrett is on his way to the sin bin.
Tackles complete in the sin bin. Retaliate back when the whistle's blew, I'll shoot you with it.
This now is Chev Walker, and Walker gets the ball away. It's Mickey Hyam. Mickey Hyam! Beautiful run! They have the man on the overlap wide. It's Carney! Who will score? With great strength, Brian Carney!
You'll not see too many rugby league players over celebrating a try or anything like that, because it's too hard a game for that, you know. You score a try in the first minute, it's probably rarely going to be the winning try. You know, it's because you know you've got slog ahead of you. And it's a hard sport, and it's a physical sport, and I don't know if it lends itself to enjoyment too much. I guess when you're winning a game and you know you're probably cruising, maybe you can sort of relax and enjoy a bit, but there's too much to focus on before that.
My finger keeps jamming.
Which one?
I can't straighten it out.
It's all right. You can't straighten it?
No, I'll bend it and then I can't straighten it. And I have to pull it to straighten it.
Yeah. I think the tendon just getting caught in it, Stuart. Just give it a good pull out to length.
When it gets jammed out there, what do I do to straighten? Pull
it out to length, Stuart, in that direction. That's the one. All right, lad.
What's he done?
He's just got a tendon that's just stuck. It's just a little bit of friction in the joint space. So he'll be all right.
Fitzgibbon! And he's lost it.
I don't know, he's got it scored. Great tackle there, Price.
The shape the ball was lost, and we got it down.
I'm a bit biased, me, but I thought he didn't get down with pressure on the ball.
Come on, work! Work! He finished the half.
Kennedy Hall, not the best pass. Couldn't get hold of it, Great Britain. It bobbled and bounced its way out there, and it was Matt King who was the first to react.
Hold! Go.
Entering the last minute danger zone for Great Britain.
Same roll.
But all the time they're inching closer to the British line. Wing out to Barrett. Here is Minicello. Minicello. And O'Mealy somehow kept hold. Somehow Mark O'Mealy kept hold of that ball. There was an element maybe of a forward pass, but the referee looked at the touch judge, got no assistance there, and is then forced to give the try because you cannot go to a video referee for a forward pass.
We haven't quite played as we practiced, have we, what we wanted to do. We need to raise the tempo because I think we're about 57%. Well, that's not rocket science, is it? You can't win any game like that, can you? We've got to keep the pressure on. When we get to their end of the field, let's stay there with an element of composure. And be patient. Keep the ball in, roll the ball through, even if it's play 4. And let's have some back-to-back sets on them. This is our defining moment as a team. We've improved. Let's improve this second half. It's 2 scores.
40 minutes, isn't it?
40 fucking minutes, and it's 2 scores. This is about us. This is about you and your bigger blocks hitting the ground, winning the ground, getting us rolling forward with lots more pushing yardage that we've been getting, and then people getting their timing right and executing plays. We haven't executed like we want to yet.
It's in our hands now, isn't it? Let's leave nothing in here. Nothing, eh? Don't come in here afterwards asking questions what you could have done, what your effort could have been. Yeah. We're right in here. Come on, big start. Hey, big start. Fucking firing there.
Leave fucking nothing. Leave nothing out there.
The second half in Hull is as disappointing as the first half at Loftus Road, and Great Britain's Tri-Nations race is run.
adventure in 2005 comes to an end.
I'm pretty confident we can improve next year, and we'll be ready, you know, and we'll be ready to improve, and not reaching the final this year will fuel our fire, and it will make us very much more determined to get where we want to be.
We could sit here and make some excuses, couldn't we? We could. Look at the start of the competition and what they give us to do. But I personally am not an excuses man, because if there's something going wrong, it's about us to fix it, because you know the reality of next year is tougher, because the exciting thing and the exciting news is in Australia next year. I'm not an excuses man, neither should any of us. We were given a tough ask at the start of this competition to do what we did. In relation to that first game, that's probably our biggest disappointment, wasn't it? Our biggest disappointment. We're given a tough ask a week after our grand final, all those games. But we can't make those excuses, otherwise there'll always be excuses and we won't get any better. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have, because we have. It's been a tough 5 weeks, but that's where we're at, tough people, aren't we? I don't want you to go away feeling glum, I want you to go away feeling excited that we've played our part in a three-team competition. Next year we've got to get to the final, and we'll do it on their soil, which will be even better. But we have to improve. I think that's the goal for us, isn't it?
But I think this is the nearest thing to life and death situations that you get in respect of your energies down, that they really do put their bodies on the line. I have nothing but the utmost respect for what they do week in, week out. I go out there in practice sometimes, it's one of those blokes hit me, it'd be like hitting with a freight train. They do travel that quickly, and you know, their levels of skill and things, and I do believe that they're akin to being warriors, you know, the way they prepare their bodies physically and the way they put their bodies on the line through the games, as we've seen through this series, and not just our team, and lots of other injuries. There's plenty of claret flying around, isn't there? You know, and we are a warrior race, we always have been. I don't mean that we want to go out and pick fights everywhere where we go, but a lot of nations have stolen the virtues, the fact that, you know, they have a warrior heritage and things like that, but so do we. So I akin them to warriors because I think they're good people as well, and all the best warriors are always good people.
Brian Carney is not having his best night. And that is it. Brian McClellan celebrates.
It's going to be very, very difficult now for the Gripping lads to come back and get to the final.
Looking a bit better than last week, Cole.
Definitely.
Lock on!
Australia, tough thing to do. We don't do it that often, but to do that, we've got ourselves in the final.
You had your time! You had
hip hop, you've yet to have the finest of radio.
You're right, you're better than Nobby. Thanks, Brian.
I'm a chump. I'm a chump. It's in our hands now, isn't it? Let's leave nothing in here.
And Brent Tate will score for Australia. That'll do. It's all over.
You can think the world's going to end because you lost, but winning's terrific. Don't let anybody kid you. Is it about winning? Probably, yeah.